Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Monday, the Chad Prather Show. We are back again. We are rocking and rolling. I hope everybody had a fantastic weekend. Who are you in the chat? Let me see you. I want this to be a full participation program on this Monday morning. We're right there getting close to lunchtime, man. We're getting up there. We're in the middle of the day. Morning news is happening. You guys are settled in. You're making your way into the week, and it's going to be fantastic. I got some cool things I want to tell you today, and a lot of fun things I'm going to show you that I think you're going to enjoy. We'll get Party Foul on in a little bit. He had a birthday over the weekend, so we're going to get caught up on all that, because I know you care. I know that's what matters. But what I need you guys to do is I need you to like, share, and subscribe every opportunity you get on the program. I was watching a couple of programs on Rumble today, and I noticed that they were kind of getting, these certain shows get a lot of features, they get promoted, they get in the picks and all that. Shoot a message over to Rumble. I don't know how to do that, but figure out a way to shoot a message over to Rumble. Say, we want to see more of the Chad Prather Show. We want that thing to be featured right there on the front page so people will come on over and see what's up. They may never do it, and that's okay. All that matters is you guys, because you're a part of this family, and I'm happy that you're here. We're rocking and rolling, growing bigger and bigger every day. And it's all because of you. So I want you to subscribe to Rumble, subscribe to YouTube, share it when you have the opportunity, and please join me each morning, Monday through Friday, for Before the Noise. Guess what? We now have beforethenoise.com. You can go over to beforethenoise.com if you miss one of my mornings. I mean, you can go over on Facebook. You can go back. You can find it anywhere. But if you want to watch them in order, those little 10, 12-minute segments, you can go to beforethenoise.com and take a look at it. And guess what else I've got in there just for you? I've got my little, it's not going to be daily, but it'll be close to daily little devotional thing that I'm writing out down at the bottom. It's a blog. Remember blogs? Little short blogs. And so I'm going to be putting those in there. I'm going to try to do them daily. We'll see. I mean, it's not like I don't have anything else to do. I got a lot to do. I had a blast up in Indiana over the weekend. I was up in Bluffton, Indiana. Cool little town. Bunch of cool people, and we had a blast up there. Speaking to them, if you'd like to have me come to one of your events, one of your organizations, and come hang with you guys, I would love to do that. You can shoot me a message at watchchad.com. That's where all the fun stuff is. Or you can go over to premierspeakers.com and search Chad Prather. Send them a request as well. All kind of websites I'm sending it to you. I just want you to go. I just want to check it out. But I'm so proud of beforethenoise.com. It looks good. Tweaking it a little bit, and we're having a good time. How are you guys doing? Let me see some thumbs up if you guys are fired up to be in a brand new week. It is September, and we're getting close to the end of the year already again. It's insane how fast time flies. I was talking to somebody the other day. How many of you guys think at this stage in the game that we're just living in the Matrix? They're just speeding up the timetable on all of us, man. That's why I take my Make Wellness. You need to come join my team, make you feel better. Give you this kind of energy, baby. But it is, man. It's time is moving. And I just say, I want you to cherish every moment that you can. If I can motivate you for a moment before we get into the crazy headlines. A lot of people have the Monday blues. They're just like, I got to do another week. I got to do all this other stuff. I know it's Monday, but think about it like this. The week is wide open in front of you. I want you to cherish every moment that you have. You literally have a blank canvas staring at you. And the question is, what are you going to put on that canvas? You're going to fill it with the same stress and distractions and excuses that are going to steal your energy and steal your time every week? I don't want you to do that. I want you to choose today, right now, where you at in the chat? Are you here? Are you guys here? Are you here? Little thumbs up. Let me see you. I want you to choose right now to step into this week and every week going forward and every day going forward with intention and with clarity and with a little bit of focus. Because here's what I've learned, and I think you have too. Life does not reward busyness. I just read a book over the weekend about boundaries. Dr. Henry Cloud. It's a great book. He's got a series of books about boundaries. Boundaries are a biblical concept. God has boundaries. You should have boundaries. But we get ourselves so busy and we let everything in that we don't understand that life doesn't reward just being wide open. You're a mile wide and an inch deep. You know what that describes? It's a swamp. And we become swampy. We don't have any depth to us anymore. And so all the mosquitoes and the gross insects and the bugs and the trash just migrates to our life. Life rewards focus. The people who move forward, the ones who build something meaningful, they're not the ones who run in circles. They're not taking another lap to nowhere. They're the ones who know what matters most and chase it relentlessly. You don't have to do everything. You have to do the right things. So I want you to ask yourself before we get into this, what is truly important this week? Not what's urgent, not what's screaming at you, not what's, loud, not what others demand of you, what actually matters. Maybe you got to move one step closer to that dream. Maybe it's protecting your health. Maybe it's being present with the people you love. Maybe it's finally facing the hard thing that you've avoided. Whatever that is, write it down, speak it out, commit to it, and do it. I think every great life is built one week at a time. Every accomplishment is the product of ordinary days that are stacked with extraordinary focus. And today, Monday, is an opportunity to set a tone. You can drift off or you can decide. So make this a declaration that this week, I'm not going to waste my energy on what drains me. This week, I will not fear or excuse. I will not let fear or excuses dictate my choices. That's what I'm trying to say. This week, I'm going to stay aligned with what truly matters. And when I look back on Friday, I'll know that I used my time wisely and lived with purpose. So the week's waiting for you, folks. Step into it with focus and courage and with the fire to make it count. Let me see you blow up that chat. Where you at? Set that tone, baby. Ooh, boy, let me talk to you about my friends over at Birch Gold. I was just on the phone with them the other day. They're a fantastic company, A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, the tens of thousands of satisfied customers. I need you to text Chad to 989898. I need you to do it. Our show needs them, and you need them because they are valuable. If you need to roll over that 401k or that savings account or that IRA into a tax-sheltered IRA backed by physical gold, I encourage you to do that right now if you're a first-time gold buyer. When you text Chad to 989898, they'll give you a call on the phone. You can give them your address. They'll send you a free, no-obligation information kit on how to diversify and back your retirement with physical gold. But not only that, right now, through the end of September, they have a $10,000 rebate, up to $10,000 rebate on first-time gold buyers. That is an incredible deal. Take advantage of this offer from Birch Gold. Own the gold, baby. Own it. Put your hands on it. But I want you to have that tax-sheltered IRA backed by physical gold. So do me a favor today. Just do it. I need you to do me that favor. Text Chad to 989898 and let them send you that information kit. So do it. Do it, do it, do it. I appreciate you guys so much. All right. Bring him on. Let's find out about the birthday boy, Mr. Party Foul Steve. Look at y'all shaved up.
Good morning. Yeah, that was an accident. The shave was an accident.
So you were trying to trim the beard, right?
I was trying to trim the beard. I wasn't paying attention to how the thing was on there, and it went too deep, and it was too late. One swipe, and then I took it all off. I was done.
And you said, "Oh shit."
Yeah. So
did you?
Went to my birthday party yesterday. Nobody recognized me.
Nobody knew who you were.
Nobody knew who I was because I didn't have a beard. It's all good.
How does it feel to be your age, son?
55 years old. I don't feel any different than I did 10 years ago. I actually think I'm healthier now than I maybe 10 years ago in some ways.
In some ways?
In some ways, yeah. I don't drink near as much. I probably eat a little bit more, but,
Yeah. Well, you trying to be old, dude. You done grandpa'd out, man. You got the hat. Who gave you that hat?
That's a Linda Adams special right there. Look at that.
Look at that ding-dong dude on the side of it.
Boom. Right there. Y'all take a look. Thank you, Linda.
Foul.
Linda came to the party yesterday at Lucy Blues there in Conroe. Had a house full.
Shout out to our people over at Lucy Blues, man.
Man, they had the works. We had food. We had cake. We had balloons. Grandkids.
Lucy Blues.
So we got to
Conroe, Texas.
We got to how do you do that? You present your grandchildren to the public? So we did that. And including the newborn.
Yeah, there you go. All right.
Good times.
Good times. All right. Well, I saw everybody was having a good time, man. And we won't talk about you being healthy yesterday. You had a little celebration, so we'll just leave it at that.
I woke up fine this morning, so I'm good. I'm
there you go.
A little slow, but not too bad.
All right. I love it. All right. Well, let's do something that I like to do and get into those top stories, everybody. Let's jump into it. Here we go. All right. So this is this story. Brianna Morello is our friend, and she sent this to me a couple of weeks ago when this was happening to her. She was followed home. She was out walking her dog, and you'll see there goes Brianna across the street. I gave her a hard time. I said, you need to put more clothes on, first of all. She's walking in Dallas, and here comes this guy. He's a Muslim guy, whatever you want, and he follows her. She told me the whole story. He follows her into her building. He doesn't live there. She knows he's there. Now, he comes in behind her. She sees that he's there. He's asking her in that moment. He's like, hey, I want to pet your dog. I want to pet your dog. That's what he was saying to her. And she goes on up the stairs. He follows in. He's like, I just want to pet your dog. And she actually had to flash a little piece of iron. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
In her bag there with her.
She happened to be carrying a toaster.
Yeah, she had a toaster with her, and she had to end up flashing that thing at him a little bit. Well, then, yeah, see, this guy, the story on this dude is, and Brianna's a tough girl. She's a New Yorker, right? She's lived in New York, Miami. Now she's in Dallas. She's pretty sharp. And so and I'm just saying this to say, keep your eyes open, ladies. Keep your eyes open. Now, this guy followed her in. And so she got in and started talking she pulled the thing. You don't mess with Brianna. She pulled the thing. She called the Plano Police Department. This guy's going to follow her up like he's going to follow her to her apartment. Like, this dude is a POS right here. This nasty dude. Sort of looks like David Medina PDX right there.
Poor David. Poor David. Not David.
It's not David. Hashtag not David. But he follows her up. When he gets right there, you'll notice he leaves in sort of a panic because she flashes the iron at him. Bam, bam, bam. And watch this. He's like, oh, yeah, he heard the call to prayer real quick. And so anyway, this was back in the middle of July. He snuck up behind her, and yeah. So she got with the Plano police and forced them to, here he comes running out of there. He's like, it's time to go. So he's like, I'm out. I'm gone. Don't want to be seen here. So there's all this. You wouldn't believe what she had to go through to get the surveillance footage. She got it from the apartment, but the rest of it, to get the Plano police and she sent me more images of the deal. Just crazy. To get the Plano police to finally do something. The dude, turns out he's engaged to be married. And he said, yes, he finally gave a statement to the police, said, yes, she was a pretty girl, and I just wanted to talk to her.
Yeah, you don't go chasing a pretty girl down the street like that and go in their building. If she would have shot him when he came through that door, it'd almost be, Justified. You don't live there. You got no reason to be there. He's pointing, I just want to pet your dog. Yeah, you just want to go meet the 72 virgins, buddy, real quick. I'd love to see in the chat what you guys are thinking about this whole deal. I mean, this is crazy because we're going to get into this. We're going to talk about what happened in Charlotte in just a minute. But see, this is another story. You got Muslims in Texas, and they're going business to business, and they're actually warning merchants that they have 30 days to remove haram items such as alcohol, pork, and gambling from their stores, or demonstrations will begin to educate them on Islamic law. Now, I know one of the big rules we have around here, if not the first rule, is Chad's never wrong. And I just told you guys a couple of weeks ago, that this is what's going to happen the more we allow these Sharia pursuing people to come into the state of Texas and set up camp. Now, play the clip. He's going into the food mart here, and he's going to get all inshallah.
Assalamualaikum. Assalamualaikum. Muslim, right? Mashallah. As a merchant, you have every legal right to sell whatever you want. But as a Muslim, I have a responsibility to educate the people and let them know that as a Muslim, you shouldn't sell haram. There's the alcohol, the pork, the gambling, it's all against Islam. And so I'm just letting you know ahead of time, in about 30 days, we're going to start doing demonstrations around the city. For the Muslims that have businesses with haram in it, we'll let the people know that we have to teach the people the best. The Muslims have the best. So let the owners know you should begin to change the inventory, or we're just going to demonstrate. We can't stop you. You have a right to do it, but we have to give the da'wah to let the people know the truth about Islam, okay?
There they
All
go.
right. So here we go. How about kiss my ass? I mean, they're going to go to these other guys and they're going to talk,
inshallah and salam alaikum and all this kind of crap in there, and then try to pull so you got to pull the haram off. And like, no, America, this is Texas.
You give them an inch, they'll take a mile. They're gonna come into these communities, and they're basically gonna force them either out of business or force them to stop selling those things, or I guess disavow Islam.
Yeah, or pack your bags, man. Yeah. Pack your bags and head back to the Middle East. But again, I'd spit roast a pig right there on the sidewalk, Jack. I'd put a whole hog out there. I'd be like, you want to come across here? You're going to be, you know what? Here's a face full of that pig blood. you want some?
That might do it too.
You want some? Let me show you haram. Haram in your face, Jack. That's a hate speech. Yeah, because I hate your crap. I hate your worldview. I hate your ideology. I hate your agenda. I hate everything about it. These people are backwards, man. President Trump, he came to the U.S. Open. I'm so sick of seeing these U.S. Open clips of all these celebrities down there pretending to care about tennis. Like, like it's the most amazing thing. And the cameras are just panning to them. All these, grown men that have, in Hollywood that now look like lesbians, like Ben Stiller. They're just having the best time of their life. Like, what happens to these dudes in Hollywood? Like, eat some haram. Eat some haram so you quit looking like a vagina. Trump came in. They wanted to make you think that everybody was booing him. I saw clips where they were supposedly booing him. You know who was booing him? The three people holding the cameras. Play this clip right here. Play it. Listen to it. New York, baby, they love him. Sounds pretty good to me. New York, baby.
Is this the first time a president's ever been to the U.S. Open?
Dude, I wouldn't know. Second time.
Okay.
Second time. All right. David's in the year. He tells us that's why David makes the big bucks around here.
No kidding. I like seeing. Trump loves sports, and it doesn't matter what kind of sporting event.
Always has
stuff like that, and so he enjoys showing up to live events.
Yeah. So here's the national anthem. They put Trump on the screen up there. They were cheering for him there too. Play a little bit of this.
Gave proof through the night that our flag was still there.
Sounds pretty good to me.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner
I don't know. There's Pam Bondi. I wonder what's on her desk. But again, the left, there's crazy people, the Riri's online. They want to try to make you believe that it was something else. They weren't cheering for him. They were cheering because the flag was down there.
I think it could be a combination of both.
I mean, yeah, why not? Trump's down there signing hats. He must have been stealing those off of kids' heads. Just ripping hats. I love that, dude. They're tossing them up there, too.
I'm really surprised they let him that close to, the general audience.
It's a pretty secure. I was at the baseball game with Ted Cruz, the playoff game, I guess 2 years ago, and I was surprised. I mean, the police are around, but I was surprised Ted just got up and walked to the bathroom by himself and the whole thing. And I was like, pretty bold. Pretty bold. Pretty bold. I want to tell you guys now that you're on here, don't forget beforethenoise.com. Beforethenoise.com, that's the new website. You can get all of the Before the Noise content. Plus, I'm calling them daily devotionals. I don't know. It's a blog. It's my blog. I'm blogging, Steve.
A blog. You video log every day. You vlog every day.
I vlog every day, but now I'm blogging. Well, like I write all this stuff, and I never know what to do with it. I'm like, I don't want to release a book every month. But I'm always, you've seen my notes. I'm always typing stuff out.
Go through your house, and on the back of every envelope, there's something written.
There's scribbles everywhere, dude. I write everything down. I have notebooks that I've had for 30 years that are just full of my notes, and my notes in the phone. And so I'm constantly, I write all this stuff down. I have these thoughts, And I'm like, all right, I'm just going to start putting them on the Before the Noise deal and encourage people to go over there and read them. They're just little short thoughts. Like I've got one about how to be, I've been writing about how to be assured about eternity. Can you be sure about eternity? I mean, this life's going to end. I don't care who you are, even if you're Ben Stiller or Hugh Jackman or whoever these famous people are watching the U.S. Open, your life's going to come to an end. You know what I mean? That's why I say, get the book Born from Meaning, too. This sucker is like, it got up to like 1,500 on the ranks of all books on Amazon.
I saw my Amazon review. It went up today.
Did it?
I left you a good 5-star review on Amazon over there.
Leave me a
After I read the
5-star
book,
review.
I literally read the entire book in like, I don't know, maybe 4 hours.
Yeah, it's an easy read. I formatted it on purpose to be easy to read. Almost like reading a Hallmark card, where it's just like one-liners, not big chunky paragraphs. I liked it like that. And so I want people to get it because it's good and it actually helps people. It helped me writing it and it helped me reading it. And I will say, if you ordered it from bornfrommeaning.com, which is my site, it's going to take another week or so for us to get them in because we had to order so many. They have to print them all, but it will be signed and it is coming. But if you just need it overnight, go to Amazon, okay? But get it.
Do both, and then you have one to give for a gift.
Give it for gifts. It make a great Christmas present, and I think I might have something new coming out for Christmas as well.
Did you get?
I'm in a whole place, dude. I'm no auto pen.
Auto pen for signing those.
For signing, no auto pen. It will be my signature. Okay. I told Cindy the other day. I said that when they all come in, I said I might be in trouble because I've been gone so much that I need to sit down and scribble all these things. I've been on the road, been going places, all over the places. Let me tell you about my friends over at AlliedOilfield.com. AlliedOilfield.com. They're the folks that help us drill, baby, drill. And they have all the equipment. They've been doing this thing for over 2 decades over in Lebanon, Texas. AlliedOilfield.com. If you're in that industry, check them out. Also, if you have equipment that needs to be refurbished, they can help you do that. You can buy some of their merch over there. Give them a call on the phone at 855-EQUIP-US. But go to AlliedOilfield.com. Look at some of the trucks and the trailers and all of the cool equipment that they've built and the innovation that they have put in this industry. It's the reason why we have greatness and energy, independence here in America. They're the folks. So if you're in the trucking industry or the oil and gas industry, they're the folks you need to talk to over at AlliedOilfield.com. Steve, this story about this woman that got murdered in Charlotte is absolutely horrifying.
Yeah, and totally preventable. That guy should have never been on the streets, period,
he was
ever.
Career thug in Charlotte. He's been arrested, 14 or 15 times. And I got a lot that I want to say about this. I know you've seen the clips, and it's horrific, and everybody's got an opinion on everything, but I got to tell you some things that I want to say about this. So, Colin Rugg, authorities released footage of Ukrainian refugee getting stabbed in the throat by a random attack by a career criminal in Charlotte, North Carolina. I mean, it is absolutely horrific to steal Colin's phrase there. But this woman just sat down at the wrong place at the wrong time. This could have literally been anyone. She just sat down in front of this demonized nut job. 23-year-old Arina Zarutska fled Ukraine, seeking safety from the war and hoping for a new beginning, only to be attacked on the Charlotte light rail. This is Charlotte, North Carolina, people. 34-year-old DeCarlos Brown Jr. has been in and out of prison for the last 15 years. Beautiful young lady. She comes in, she sits down, she grabs just the wrong seat. This guy just sits up, notices her, reaches into his pocket. He's demonized. I mean, what is going on, dude? I think it's worse now than ever before in terms of spiritual attacks. Pulls out a pocket knife there. He's got his mind made up, and he stabs her in the side of the neck. Ends her life. She's just sitting there looking at their phone. And then this guy, there's, blood all over the floor. People are acting like nothing's going on. They're not even noticing this. This guy's going to go over there. He's going to try to disguise himself by taking off the red hoodie there. I mean,
man, it makes
this is insane.
It's I think.
Well, I'll just say,
even his mother said he shouldn't have been on the streets.
He shouldn't be. This is a subhuman person. Subhuman. I shouldn't say person. This is just a subhuman
And he knew
being.
what he was
This
doing.
is an animal.
He wouldn't be trying to hide. He knew exactly what he was
Right.
doing.
Knew exactly what he was doing.
Death
And
penalty today. They should just go ahead. They've seen him do it. He did it. There's no doubt. Just put him down.
Yeah, at some
Speedy
point in
trial.
time, we need Charles Bronson back out there on the streets is what we need. This is the mayor of Charlotte. She's a piece of garbage, too. Mayor V. Lyles issues statement on the woman who was stabbed in the throat, suggests that people aren't being respectful by sharing footage of the incident. That's the problem right there. That's the problem. People are sharing it. Charlotte residents can rest assured, however, because Lyles said she is thinking hard about what safety really looks like in her city. Video of the heartbreaking attack that took Irina Zarutska's life is now public. I want to thank our media partners and community members who have chosen not to repost or share the footage out of respect for Irina's family. She said, well, here's the thing, Mayor. Mainstream media is not talking about it, and I'll tell you why they're not talking about it in a minute. I'll tell you their marching orders. I will tell you in a minute why no one's been talking about this. Pull that right back up, David. Let me finish her statement real quick. If you still got it there, buddy. This is a senseless, tragic loss. And down in the last, she said, like so many, I'm heartbroken. I've been thinking hard about what safety really looks like. I remain committed to doing all I can to protect our citizens and ensure Charlotte is a place where everyone feels safe. Let me just say nobody's safe. Now, what they're going to try to do, and here's how they try to spin all of this stuff, is they want to blame the cameras. They want to blame putting this content out there because they're trying to say that it makes it look like the cities are less safe when you see images like this. So now the mainstream media is not going to talk about it. If it wasn't for people like us propagating and pushing this information out, you wouldn't know anything about it because no one touched it. New York Times didn't touch it. CNN didn't touch it. Nobody was touching it. Axios finally came out with something. We'll talk about that in a minute. But the Charlotte City Council, they took a cake break to celebrate a birthday, delaying their discussion about the train stabbing. They decided this was time to consume some carbs and sugar for council member Dimple. Anybody named Dimple? Once their tummies were full with cake, the local leaders discussed the tragedy. They took a little cake break. Look at them. They got a nothing bunt.
I had some of those yesterday.
You're so dumb.
Is it?
You're so dumb.
What has happened to North Carolina?
Charlotte, let's be clear.
Charlotte. What is?
But there's some other places. Asheville, which is a haven for Antifa, one of the most beautiful places in America, been ruined by that bunch of stains on their parents' leg.
They should televise that stuff every single day when it happens and comes out because people don't know that goes on every day.
Well, David, if you would pull that back up, the cake one back up, I just want to point out. I don't care. I'm just going to go ahead and say it, Steve. You don't have to align with me on this, but if you pull that thing about the cake back up, David, and then I want you to scroll down, and I'll tell you where to stop. And I want to show you the city council members. Scroll on down. Come on down to the comments. I want you to scroll down, and let's see who's on the city council. That one right there. Let's see who the city council members are. Pay attention. Let's see. Okay, there's V. There's the person they had the cake break for. Let's see. There's LaWanna. There is James Mitchell Jr. There's Victoria Watlington, Dante Anderson, Malcolm Graham, Tijuana Brown, Renee Johnson, Marjorie Molina. There's Edwin, and there's Edmund. And so let me see. What's wrong with Charlotte? What's wrong with Charlotte? It's the same wrong thing that's wrong with every big city. They got people that are too busy worrying about getting mines and making sure reparations happen and making sure everybody's got this DEI initiative and equality and all the same other crap. And you know I'm right, you know I'm right, you know I'm right. That's racist. No, it is an effing fact. It's a fact. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. You can't. That's what's wrong, Steve.
It's right there in black and white.
It's a fact. It's a fact, dude. Because when you have people in this world who are in authority, who believe the justice system is evil and therefore have done everything they can historically to redefine it and remake it so that it is more lenient for those who have been, quote, oppressed and victimized and less than privileged, then you're going to wind up with no justice system at all. Because again, you can't have oppressed people or people who perceive themselves to be oppressed. You can't have people who perceive themselves to be victims constantly in charge of the justice system or what justice is or what matters, because they're always going to be focused about getting mine rather than taking care of what is yours. Tell me if I'm right.
Now,
Tell me if I'm wrong. I
what do
want
you
to see it
do
in the
with-
chat.
What do you do with these DAs and judges or whoever's responsibility it was that let this guy out of jail over and over and over again? Where does it stop?
Again, it's the victimization of society. It's the weakening of law and order. It's the weakening of men. Let's be real clear. I would love to know where what the guy who committed the murder there. What was his name? Deandra or whatever his name was. I'd like to. Did they? You just said a little while ago that even his mother said he shouldn't be out. What did his dad have to say?
I don't know. I didn't. I don't know if he was available.
He wasn't available for comment, was he?
I don't know.
Wasn't available for comment. Now, people, I'm sick of it. I'm fatigued with it. I am fatigued with it. Now, again, Axios is going to come out. Well, look at what the mayor said. Let's just continue on with our nice little rhetoric here that nobody's going to like. She releases this additional statement. She said, we need to have more compassion for the homeless after a homeless man, D. Carlos, that's his name, he stabbed a woman in the throat. I'm going to let that sink in. So she came out against arresting homeless maniacs, said it'll never arrest our way out of these issues.
Yes, you can.
We sure as hell can do something else about it, though. We will never arrest our way out of issues such as homelessness and mental health after the brutal killing of this young lady. I want to be clear, I'm not villainizing those who struggle with mental health or those who are unhoused. Mental health disease is just that, a disease like any other that needs to be treated with the same compassion, diligence, and commitment as cancer and heart disease. These are the same people that want to hire social workers and defund the police. Let me remind you. Those who are unhoused are more frequently the victims of the crimes and not the perpetrators. Too many people who are on the street need a safe place to sleep and wraparound services to lift them up. We as a community must do better for those members of our community who need to help and have no place to go. Now, first of all, let me just say, those unhoused people that are unhinged and mentally ill, they're not members of your community. They are a cancerous blight on your community, and you can't show toxic empathy and nonstop, quote, compassion while allowing illegal crap and violence to go on in your streets. That's not being a member of the community. DeCarlos Brown is not a member of your community. Let me see DeCarlos Brown's tax statements. They're not members of your community. Oh, they might be in your community, but see, here's the thing. Membership has a price. Membership requires a vested interest. These people aren't invested. They're not. And you say, well, Chad, that's not very loving. Huh. Well, let's talk to Irina Zaraskura, or whatever her name is, the young lady on the light rail in Charlotte, about compassion. Steve.
It's sad and pathetic.
It is very pathetic.
There's no cure for what that guy has. There's only one cure.
Yeah, that's right. And it costs about 80 cents.
80, yeah.
Here and about 5 pounds of pull with a finger. Axios is more upset there's too many cameras in the public spaces. When they finally came out, when the mainstream media finally came out with something, the Axios, this is what they said. The video is easily shared or leaked and can instantly pollinate across social media, a visual counterpoint to statistics showing crime decreases. Now, here's the problem, guys. Here's what I'm getting to with all of this. They don't want this stuff shared because then it makes their whole argument about the crime statistics and crime rates coming down, and therefore the justification of Trump sending the National Guard into these big cities to get things under control and to clean up the streets. They say this is why we're pushing this, is because this makes it look like, regardless of the statistics, this makes it look like crime's out of control. So they're blaming the accessibility to the cameras. They're literally blaming the cameras. that makes the cities look more violent than they actually are.
And I think in a normal place, normal people, a camera makes a place more secure. Somebody thinks twice about it. That's why I have cameras around my house. I don't want everybody come peeking in the windows.
Same.
And
I see everything that happens around my house. You see everything that happens around your house. We have dash cameras on our cars. Why? Because you can't trust anybody. I mean, you imagine this. You're driving down the road and somebody is doing road rage next to you, and you pull out your phone to take a picture of them or something like that, or a video, and they call the police and they say, they just pulled a gun on me. This has literally happened to people.
Yeah.
And they pull you over, and yeah, you got a gun, a firearm in your automobile. How can you prove that you didn't pull out a firearm and show it to them? You were just holding up your phone. The problem there is, you're the one that's going to go to jail for that. You're the one that's going to spend $250,000 fighting your way out of that. That's why we have the cameras.
I was going to say, you have a camera that looks out your vehicle, but also shows the people in the seat.
What's going on inside? That's right. So my thing on all of it is, it ain't the camera's fault. Because regardless of what your statistics are saying about your crime rates in your cities, and by the way, we can make statistics say anything. Mark Twain said there's lies, damn lies, and statistics. So you can make statistics say anything to fit your narrative. They don't want the cameras proving, because let me show you who is the statistic. It's a 23-year-old girl who got on a train to go somewhere in a commute. And you know what? I haven't seen anybody with their stupid Ukraine flags on their profile pictures coming out to her defense and saying anything about it. Oh, they loved sending billions of your dollars to Ukraine to defend it. But when a young lady who got away from the war comes to America for a new start, gets murdered on the light rail in Charlotte, right there on camera, nobody's going to come out and say, what's going on? This Ukrainian girl. Where are the riots, dude? Why aren't we burning cities? Why aren't we doing this? Why aren't we demanding it? George Floyd got 6 funerals and a gold casket. What's the deal? Where's the outrage? What happened? I mean, isn't there supposed to be some white privilege somewhere? This girl was as white as it gets. Why don't we get any of that?
Yeah. And not a single person on that train jumped up and put that guy in a chokehold and choked him out.
Where's Daniel Penny? See, it wouldn't have happened with Daniel Penny. I mean, I don't know. This guy acted pretty quick, but Daniel Penny, he had to go through 2 years of court stuff and dealing with all of the expenses that it took to defend himself. We got to move. Nick Sorter said, just in, Trump honors Irina Zarutska. He says he gives his condolences, love, and hope to the family. Let's play this clip. Hear what the president says.
Truly, there are evil people. We're all people of religion, but there are evil people, and we have to confront that. I just give my love and hope to the family of the young woman who was stabbed this morning or last night in Charlotte by a madman, a lunatic. Just got up and started. It's right on the tape. Not really watchable because it's so horrible, but just viciously stabbed. She's just sitting there. So they're evil people. We have to be able to handle that. If we don't handle that, we don't have a country. And I created the first who are truly.
Trump has also made a statement. Let's switch gears just a little bit. This is horrible. I could go off on that thing all day long, and I probably will have more to say. So stay tuned for some of our long form videos that we put out on YouTube and Rumble as well. Trump is going to dedicate America to God on the 250th birthday. Charlie Kirk said this: "If my people who are called by my name," obviously he's quoting 2 Chronicles 7:14, and wants to, on our 250th birthday, rededicate America as one nation under God.
Amen. Let's do it.
I'm telling you.
For it.
Maybe my daily prayers, 30 days prior. Maybe my daily prayers worked, Steve.
Hey,
maybe putting them out there.
Told you.
Praying, dude. I said back before the election, I said I'm going to post a prayer every day, and I did prior to the election. Most days I still post them. You know this. And I'm like, it ain't going to be politicians that save us. The only one can save us is God. And you people say, oh, well, you're just doing for clicks. I had a guy who literally told me the other day under the Before the Noise video, he said, I liked it better when you weren't so preachy. I've always been pretty preachy. Yeah, just a matter of what words I'm choosing to use. So anyway.
But the 30 days of prayer, I'm already ahead in your book because I'm 30 days ahead.
There you go. Prayers. And I added 30 days of prayer in the back of the book as well. One nation under God. Hear what Trump had to say on this. Play the clip.
And under the Trump administration, we're defending our rights and restoring our identity as a nation under God. We are one nation under God, and we always will be.
Come on. Then Trump says he's committed to protect the right to pray in schools. Now, people are going to lose their minds on that. He's not dictating that you pray in school. He's protecting your right to do it, and you should have the right to do it. Play the clip.
For most of our country's history, the Bible was found in every classroom in the nation. Yet in many schools today, students are instead indoctrinated with anti-religious propaganda, and
Right.
some are even punished for their religious beliefs, and very, very strongly punished. It's ridiculous. Joining us this morning is Hannah Allen from Honey Grove, Texas. A few years ago, Hannah organized a group of her classmates to pray for an injured peer. The school principal declared that Hannah's generous act of love was prohibited from taking place in front of the other students. Didn't like it. The principal didn't like it. Can you imagine? But Hannah very strongly stood her ground, and she won. And Hannah, I just want to thank you for letting the light of your faith shine for all of those to see. We really appreciate it. And where is Hannah? Is Hannah here someplace? I think so. Hannah, stand up, please.
Good for her. And I would remind everybody, that was Honey Grove, Texas. I mean, that's almost to Paris, Texas. Most of you don't know where Paris, Texas is. You sure don't know where Honey Grove is.
If you don't know where it's at, no matter what city it is, you just say up by Dallas.
It's a couple hours east.
Yeah, it covers
northeast
it.
of
It's up
Dallas.
by Dallas.
It's between Dallas and Texarkana. We'll put it that way.
But you remember going to
Good on
school?
her.
We had every single morning at school, they started the school with the Star Spangled Banner and a prayer and a Pledge of Allegiance to the flag
We had less problems.
every day of my school life.
I mean, I'm not saying we ever lived in a day and age where there were no problems, but we definitely don't have these problems. Let's talk about something that I like to do on every program. Let's get into this segment. We like to call it Pinheads of the Day.
That's a good one.
Good one, baby. There they are. Is that Patrick from SpongeBob? I don't know. Pinhead. So first of all, don't even put the volume on this. Let's just play. Let's watch Gavin Newsom without volume. Now watch him. He was giving this interview the other day.
now.
This is a dude on Coca-Cola. Okay, watch hand motions. Look at it. Oh, look at his pupils. They're all glazed. Look at it. Oh, he's going to show you. He's going to tell you. And he's got his little groovy thing going on. This dude is coked out of his mind. He's probably rolling on a little Molly too. Probably hitting it,
Why is he making his complexion look like Trump? With the whites of his
All the
white
whites
around
of
his eyes.
Yeah, that's a grease ball right there. He is so great. But those hand like all that stuff, you're like, what's wrong with this dude? Like, what is with the whole, this deal? He's on drugs, man. I'm telling you.
People got to talk. You tie their hands together, they couldn't talk.
Yeah, but he's practically dancing. And you can see his pupils. They're blown out, man. This guy's on some fun things. But it's so fun to watch him without any volume on there. And what he was saying doesn't really matter anyway. But look at it. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. And it never stops, dude. And by the way, remember back in the day whenever he was, look at that. Back when he was cheating on his wife, there were a lot of allegations about his use of certain substances. So we'll just leave that at that. All right, Don Lemon. Let's just let Don get owned right here on the New York street. Play the clip.
How you doing, sir? Good. Can we talk to you? Where are you from? You live in New York?
Who are you?
Don Lemon.
You're a fucking moron, dude.
Thank you. So are you.
Yeah, that's very nice of you to
Yeah,
say.
nice to see you.
Except you've never heard anything I've had to say, and I've heard a
Who are
whole
you?
bunch of what you've
I'm glad
had to
you
say.
watched me.
No, I don't.
Why?
But you just get clipped everywhere.
I know, but why don't you? You said you don't watch me, but yet you know who I am, and I get clipped.
Before I realized that CNN and MSNBC were full of shit, every once in a while I'd
What
see
do you watch?
talking. I watch all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, but why do you say CNN and MSNBC are full of shit?
Because they lie.
But about what? Be
Everything.
specific. What's everything?
Everything.
I love it. I mean, he ain't wrong. Where's the lie?
They literally report 50% of everything.
He wanted him to say he watches Fox News. That's why he said, well, what do you watch? He wanted him to say you watch Fox News. That way they could spin it that way. Don Lemon doing these man on the street things is so pathetic. It really is. You probably saw the clip where never mind.
I'm
All
surprised
right.
they put that out there though.
I mean, what are
Might
you
have
going
been
to do?
live. I don't know if it was live or not, but that's.
I mean, no, they've tried to do it. So, Steve, you sent this one in. This woman, I want to know everybody's opinion on this pinhead. This lady is losing her mind. She calls the cops because she can't find her husband. His location on his phone was off. Play the clip. Let's listen to her. She's
He was in the
crazy.
middle of the river.
Listen, she thinks he's dead.
Right now, you're gonna all be have all the police here. I'm trying to get them to go to see if Peter's in the river. This is my husband's location right now.
Not in the water.
You're so in the river right now. You're so in the river right now. You're gonna all be have all the police here. I'm trying to get them to go to see if Peter's in the river. This is my husband's location right now.
Not in the water.
He was in the middle of the water. Okay, now he's moving. Can you see? He said he was meeting with his coworker to try to get him to come and be secretary. When I saw it in the middle of the river, I was really scared for him. But go down there right now.
I am going now.
Go right now. Go down there right now, please.
Better.
Get it. But if my husband's
Stop yelling. Stop.
Ma'am, I can't help you if I don't get information.
ask me the information now.
What?
61.
Please go down to the river.
We are, but you can't be driving like that.
Oh my God.
Where was he supposed to go? Supposed to.
Fuck up, you motherfuckers. And take me in. For God's sakes.
How are you?
Is everything okay?
Wife is in custody right now. She was worried about you, so she was calling.
I was literally literally just had a wonderful dinner. Okay, so I don't know why.
You're so in the river.
I think husband was with his less crazy girlfriend.
Yeah, probably so. I don't know, but he was having a really good dinner, and she's going berserk.
He turned off his location so that crazy lady couldn't find him. I saw some people in the comments under that where they were saying, no, I'm with her. I want a wife like that. Okay.
Yeah.
How about let's not? Yeah. So, But this happened in Ohio, and I heard that the guy had just lost his job. I don't know if this is true or not, and that she was afraid he might commit suicide. And so she was worried about him, and he was enjoying his time alone, if he was alone. I mean, he might have been at a Coldplay concert. I don't know.
You never
I don't know.
But I mean, if his phone was in the middle of the river, I've seen that with my family's location. I don't go freaking out thinking they're actually in the river, though.
Yeah, this was a funny one here. This was from back in earlier in the year, but I just saw it, and this is hilarious. This is a judge. This was 2015. This was a couple of years ago, and this public defendant just will not shut up, and so he finally challenges the judge. He's like, the judge says, "You want to go out back? Watch what happens. Play the clip."
This is an emergency
if I
created
had
by
a
the
rock,
state.
I would throw it at you right now.
This is
Stop pissing me off. Just sit down. I'll take care of it. I don't need your help.
No,
Sit down.
I'm the public defender. I have a right to be here, and I have a right to
I
stand
said
and represent
sit
my
down.
clients.
If you want to fight, let's go out back and I'll just beat
Let's go
your
out
ass.
Look at the people in the jury box. Look at these people. He goes out there, the judge whips his ass. I would love to be there so bad. He comes back in. The judge comes back in, and like nothing had happened. It basically says, well, you're probably going to need a change of staff. The judge goes, I'm an old man. What am I doing here? And so he goes out there, whips the dude's ass. And it's a longer deal, but anyway. All right, everybody saw the Elizabeth Warren lookalike, the Karen steal the baseball from the kid. I mean, everybody's got an opinion on this deal. Everybody's seen it. Where this crazy lady, there's really no reason to play the whole thing again. The guy goes over there, grabs the ball. It's a free-for-all. I mean, if the ball's hit in the stands, it's not like you're snatching it out of their hands like the guy did last week with the older guy. But she goes over there. She gets the ball back. The guy finally gives it to her. And, he comes over there to give it to his kid. Everybody's seen that. I think everybody in this video is in the wrong. I think she's doing it. The guy goes over there. When he grabs her, look at his little shaking hands. Oh, what? Who's touching me? I mean, this dude.
I think he was acting. I think he was overplaying his reaction. to her.
I don't think so at all. No, I think this is the rise of the beta male. I think this is a perfect example. This guy goes over there. He's got his, he's hugging his kid. Later on, he says, we came to get a baseball. We were hoping for a home run. We got it. It was his birthday. And So this is some funny memes that have popped out of this whole thing. They go over there. He gets to it first. I mean, it does look like Elizabeth Warren, doesn't it?
Yeah, look, he should not have gave it to her. If anything, he should have threw it back out on the field.
Well, the thing that bothers me, and I'll tell you why later on, but the thing that bothers me about that, and the other angle where you see it from the front where he just shakes like that, is the epitome of weakness. And there's a lot of people, I'm amazed at how many women have come out over the weekend and said, oh, he handled it right, he de-escalated the situation. No, ladies, you're part of the problem with this. Again, you don't just give somebody away because they come and act like a little shit right there in front of everybody. We got to stop. It's hilarious. You got to stop pandering to these people. And, it turns out I think she's like some ally or whatever. She's got all this stuff on her social media. I don't know what to believe anymore. And behold, the Phillies, Karen, she looks like she voted for Hillary Clinton twice. Nobody's shocked at that. The dude probably did too. He's got that kind of weakness going on. This is the stuff that she's got. This is the stuff, ladies and gentlemen, she's got on her social media. And, she's got her Trump
sticker
for prison.
On her Subaru.
Yeah, I guarantee you. But she's got her Trump for jail 2024 and all this kind of stuff. But he shouldn't have given that ball to that woman. I'll debate anybody on that. He shouldn't have done it. You don't just let people get away with it.
I think the dad should have checked her right there because she was angling for that kid.
Well, I'm going to tell you.
She could have got decked, and I'd have been okay with it.
Yeah, but again, this guy, he panders to it, and he does it. But the thing that blows my mind, my buddy Dave Brown made a post about this. He said both of them were in the wrong. And everybody's like, no, he handled it right. He was like the Prince of Peace. Okay, let's don't make this guy like Jesus, all right? This dude, he panicked, and he was scared. He didn't know what to do, so he de-escalated it again. But you can't just keep giving these people. Look at this reaction he does. And there's the meme right there.
Was this guy's wife with him?
Watch, Steve.
Precious.
The precious. No, his daughter was there.
Okay. I didn't know it because, man, if my wife would have been there with me and a woman approached me like that, she'd have snatched that woman so quick.
Oh, it wouldn't have gone down like that. But yeah, this is anyway. I got things to say about it, but I just say this is a problem. But the biggest problem, again, whether it's the Karen in the stands or the dad giving the ball back, the issue that I have had the biggest thing with, is how many women particularly have come out and said he handled it right. Stop enabling this type of entitlement with these people. I'm telling you, these women, especially the white liberal women, that's why they're protesting everything. They think they can go out there and scream and say anything they want to say, and everybody's just going to give in to them. That's happened for too long. He goes over there and got it. You know what? May the best man win. He didn't snatch it out of her hand. It was on the ground. She comes over there and look at his little...
He kind of hid behind his kid. I
don't like any of that response. Yeah. I don't even like the way he hugged his kid. That was weird. Oh, look at you. Oh.
I still think he was acting there.
He wasn't. What do you mean he was acting?
I think that whole shaking is that, oh.
How was it acting? He didn't know she was coming over there.
He wasn't really,
Yeah, believe it or not, there's been the wussification of the American male, Steve.
You can say what you want in the chat about hitting a woman or not hitting a woman, but it's totally justified right there. Come to my family and start putting your hands on us.
Well, first of all, if my eyes are closed and I'm in a stadium and somebody just snatches my arm like that, I can't help it if you get backhanded.
Yeah.
I don't know who you are.
I didn't say it necessarily had to be a closed fist, but, a little backhand that might do the trick. Right there, he could have spat.
Yeah. But his little, like the whole, everything about this dude is soft. It bothers me, man. People are like, you're being critical. I am. That's the whole point. I am being very critical. Because again, it's the wussification of the American male society, dude. But again,
why does that woman think that that's her ball?
Yeah, that is may the best man win. So, the kid came out on top. He gets a bat signed by one of the players, and, they give him a swag bag. So good on them for doing that. And, he gets some stuff. So obviously everybody was in. You give the ball to the kid is the bottom line.
100%.
Let the ball go to the kid every time. And I will say this. I'll say this. I mean, let me put it another way before we go to the next thing here, Steve. I would love to know from the women in the chat real quick. Is that the kind of male? Is that the kind of man you want in your life? A guy who just cowers and panders to the Karen that comes over there? And I hate for using the phrase Karen, but you know what I mean. Is that the epitome of masculinity that you really want to see exuded in your man? I don't think so. I mean, no. Now, again, we called out the guy last week who went over and ripped it out of the hands of the other guy. That's wrong.
Yeah, that's wrong. But if it's on the ground on a seat, it's free game.
Free game. That's how the game's played. And none of you women want a dude like that. You don't want some dude that when a woman grabs him and he's makes me want to go take a shower even after doing that little But he did. He hid behind the kid. All right, Party Foul Steve, happy birthday, buddy.
Thank you.
It's your birthday month. We're going to keep on celebrating you, and I love you, pal.
I like that idea.
Yeah. Everybody follow at Party Foul Steve. I love you, buddy. All right, let's get into what I like to call my final word, everyone. Yes. All right. I want to tell you what the crisis of the age is, and I want to continue by talking about this situation with the baseball, okay? Because here's what we didn't show you. They did a little interview with the family, and I want you to pay a very close attention to not only how the man reacts to the interview question, but I want you to take a look at the response that the young man, the little boy who lost the ball, and what he says. So let's pull that up real quick, and let's listen closely to this clip.
I wasn't very happy that we had to give it to her, but we can't win. She was gonna get it anyways.
Sure. Yeah. She wasn't gonna take it, but we did. I decided to give her the ball. I apologize to you, but it was the right thing. We just wanted her to go away.
Yeah.
And it worked out. You got a bat.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Dad, do you have any regrets giving the ball back?
Yeah, like I said, it's, that was what we were there for. We were there to get a home run ball. So I thought I had accomplished this great thing, and putting in his glove meant a lot. And she was just so adamant and loud and yelling and persistent. And I just didn't want to deal with it anymore. There was hundreds of people, just staring. And like I said, she was very, very, very close. And I'm dad of the family, so I didn't want to do something I regret. And that was the choice I made, is to just hand the ball back and tell her.
With that little hand motion again. All right, here's the thing, guys. I want you to remember what that young man said. He said, we couldn't win. We couldn't win. So what he heard his father say at another time, and I'm just telling you because kids repeat what their dad says, is he said it was a no-win situation. I guarantee you that's the way he explained it to his kid. It was a no-win situation, so I just gave the ball back. I de-escalated. It was a winnable situation, and I want to, he's probably a good dad. He's probably a great guy and all these kind of things. Probably got a good moral dude. But here, you want to know what the crisis of our age is? And I think you know what I'm going to say, because it's not inflation. It isn't the government. It's not Washington. Not even social media that's rotting our brains from the inside out. The true tragedy of our time is the rise of the beta male. The weak, compliant, timid shadow of a man that culture has elevated to some bizarre pedestal. Why are people defending this type of behavior? See, we used to celebrate courage and strength and resolve and men who carved nations out of the wilderness and who stood between danger and their families, who built bridges, buildings, and legacies that outlived them. But today, those men are being replaced by soy-soaked caricatures who think masculinity is toxic, who apologize for existing. I mean, he even said right there, I'm sorry. Listen, stop asking permission to be confident. So, folks, with all the compassion I can muster in my heart, the beta male is not harmless. He is not a punchline. He is the collapse of the spine of civilization, because when men are weak, nations crumble. When men shrink back, evil advances. I know we're talking about a baseball game, but you know this is a bigger issue. When men step aside, chaos steps in. The beta male thinks his job is to be agreeable, to keep the peace at all costs, to nod politely while everything he should defend burns to the ground. Keep the damn ball. And here's the tragedy in it all. It isn't just about the man himself. It's about the ripple effect. You got families that suffer because there's no leader in the home. Well, I knew we couldn't win. You have families that suffer, communities suffer because there's no protectors at the gates. Women are suffering because instead of men who are strong in principle, they're surrounded by insecure, approval-seeking boys in grown-up bodies. The rise of the beta male is not just sad, it's dangerous, because while the weak men are bending the knee, strong men with bad intentions are seizing power. Let me refer back to what we saw on the light rail in Charlotte. Where were the men? And history's clear on this. Weak men always lead to hard times. So what do? Stop apologizing for masculinity. Stop teaching boys to be ashamed of strength. We start reminding them that being a man is not about domination, it's about responsibility. It's about standing firm, speaking truth, protecting what matters, and living with courage. The beta male crisis is real, but it's not permanent, because every generation has a chance to rise up, to remember what real men look like, and to reclaim a culture that has forgotten the value of strength. Weak men will create chaos. Strong men restore order. Which one are you going to choose? Let's be strong, folks. All right, got to get out of here. Go to watchchad.com. That's where all the fun stuff is. Head over to Amazon. Get the book Born for Meaning. This will help you be a man again as well. Hey, go get the book and leave me a review, 5-star rating and a review. And join me for Before the Noise. You can go to beforethenoise.com, and you'll be able to find all of the older episodes as well. We're there every morning, 8, 7 Central. Tell your friends about the Chad Prather Show. Get them on here, folks. We'll get everybody triggered, and we're ready to kill this crazy culture that we're living in. Make sure that you leave a comment down below. Click that like button. Hit thumbs up. And make sure you're subscribed on Rumble and YouTube. And leave us a podcast rating over on Spotify or Apple. 5 stars is what we deserve. And leave that review. Tell us what you think about the rise of the beta male. I appreciate you guys so much. I will see you tomorrow morning before the noise, 8, 7 Central. Do not fail to tune in. Go check out beforethenoise.com. And I will see you later. I love you guys. God bless you. Talk to you next time. Bye.